morning, viewers and listeners. Welcome you to the insurance segment. With me in the studio, I have the pleasure to introduce Pastor Datimi Ojokojo. You're welcome, sir.
Yeah, good morning, sir, and good morning, viewers.
Yeah, we'll take our quote, and our quote says, discussion is always better than argument, because argument is to find out who is right. Discussion is to find out what is right. Insurance is your best partner. Pastor Datimi Ojokojo.
You said it all. Even though we know that a lot of people will not see it exactly as you said it, because they feel you must still argue, especially when you go to court. But we are talking about the one that leads to violence, confrontations, and all that. So discuss amicably. You always learn much more from discussion than from arguments.
Yeah, we are still on our discussion why you need insurance. And today we are talking about what will be determining factor in calculating a premium.
Yes.
The money that you pay in insurance. What are the issues that we need to be looked at before you can say pay this to the policyholder? Pastor, we normally say, is it to look at the face of the person? This man, he seems to have got money, and so let us charge him more money, or otherwise. So what are the factors that we need to look at?
You know, basically, when you look at different properties we insure, let me start from there. The insurance of building, insurance of vehicle, they are different, because the risk of exposure or the possibility of accidents with vehicle is different. We have more vehicles having accidents than you have buildings either collapsing or getting burnt. So that's for one side. But when you talk about maybe looking at the same property like a vehicle, and we are dealing with different people, we look at some things. For example, moral hazards. If I find out that this person who has this car drinks a lot, I will adjust the rate to be slightly higher. So those are some of the considerations, you know, when it comes to the same kind of property for different people. But generally speaking, insurance looks at the exposure to risk. That is looking at the global stage. Different kinds of policies have different ratings compared. For example, a vehicle of 10 million and a house of 10 million. You'll be so surprised. What you pay for a house of 10 million is peanuts compared to what you pay for a vehicle of 10 million. A lot of people do not know that. One day I took an insurance, somebody, a vehicle, tell me, how much? But this is what I charge. They charge me for my building. I say, sir, it's two different exposures. So that's one aspect.
But Pastor, there's also one very interesting thing.
Yes.
Two persons might be exposed to the same kind of risk,
yes.
And one is paying higher than the
that's
other.
What I was trying to explain.
Okay.
In that case, you know, somebody, maybe at this time, it's the hazards involved in one person's case could be different. For example, your house is very close to a petrol station. The risk is higher than a house that is just hanging out in one remote area. Or
a petrol station itself, considering the fact that that is a volatile business exposure, compared to a residential apartment. Somebody might tell you that, I insured my house. Why are you calling me to pay a higher premium considering that? Then also, if you look at the situation of somebody who is driving a commercial vehicle, his risk exposure is far higher than the one who is riding a car for pleasure purpose.
That's true.
So I think,
it's good we establish, we look at the risk factor. That's what determines, you know, what you pay to a very large extent.
Okay, we also have a situation where we have in some classes of insurance, a flat rate is there, a minimum premium rate is charged, and in some cases, a tariff rate is also charged. So what informs of this? Like we say, the placing of a rate normally comes from a committee.
Yes, that's true.
It's not just a situation of let us just charge what we... There's people who sit down to consider what rates to charge. So if there's a tariff that is formulated or created, it is to check for all such that.
You know, affordability, and at the same time, the insurance is in business also for a little profit. So all those things balances up. You cannot expect an insurance company to just charge very cheap and they can't meet up when it's time for claim. There are overhead costs, there are people to be paid, there are different logistics they carry out. So they look at, they must still make profit while they make it as cheap.
But I understand also the law of large number is a a factor. So how does the law of large number? Because some persons will say, "Are you sure if I pay 5,000 naira premium, somebody will be there compensated from such a thing?"
When you do your analysis, when we talk about law of large numbers, it is a given that out of a large number of people, very few will suffer loss. I sometimes analyze with people, third party is 5,000. How many cars are on the road? How many at the end of the year will have an accident that will be third party related? It's still few compared to the large number. So that's the principle we operate. It is a given that to a large extent, except we have a year that there's so much calamity, it will always be few that will suffer.
Yeah, the few that will suffer is also on a consideration that a lot of persons don't have genuine insurance.
Yes.
And we think it is important that people have genuine insurance. With the kind of accidents you find, when you inquire to say, do you have a policy? It's at that time it dawns on them to say that, sorry, I don't think I have a genuine insurance. And that is not good enough for us. Yes. What does it really take for 12 months that somebody will pay third-party insurance for 5,000 naira? So such a consideration should be counted. Now, we look at the value also in making charges for premium.
Yes.
What is the basis for looking at value?
Yes.
You have some cases, very large, sum insured, and then in some cases, very small, sum insured. Yes. Yes. And you say the propensity to probably have all this value consumed once in an accident is not it.
It's not it.
So you look at the maximum probable loss and the minimum probable loss in respect of this kind of risks, and then you know where you actually belong. So value is also a very good consideration. And then we tell people the value should be the current market value of your property, so that you don't have your set short change.
And sometimes when we look at a large value, there could be some consideration for discounts. You know, sometimes insurance companies bring it in. You know what I mean?
Yes, yes.
Yes, when it's very, very large, and maybe at the end of the day you need to pay much more, they could consider. But we have flat rates, like you mentioned, in some cases, and it's minimum charges, minimum tariff that the insurance companies will.
Yes, we also have the situation of the history of the insurance. Some persons are involved in an accident year in, year out. Some persons, their shops are burgled year in, year out. Some persons are involved in fire incidents year in, year out. And so the risk exposure is also a determining factor when premium is charged. So these are some of the considerations that go along. And that is why it is important that you speak to the experts when you are supposed to take an insurance policy for proper guidance. Pastor Datimo Jokojo, I think today we have talked something important. And then, like we say, we remain your friend. We want to partner with you to ensure that that class of insurance you hold, it is not just a mere paper. It is to cover you, it is to protect you, and it is also to move your business forward. We thank you for watching. God bless you and have a wonderful day.